Well, what's going on, guys, and welcome back to the Team 69 Crew channel. My name is Midget, and in this video I'm going to be talking to you about the latest release for ESO, which is the One Tamriel update. Now, this is fantastic in my opinion. It released yesterday. Obviously it was like a 23 gig update, which is crazy, and the day before it was off for maintenance, but today is the first proper day you can get on to play it. And there was a lot of people sort of talking about how they think most parts of this update will be bad for crafters and stuff, and in my personal opinion it's so much better. I'll just go through, there's a bit of gameplay going through in the background, I'll just talk over the top of that. But basically, Craglawn, which is a group place you could usually do to like 4 to 12 people, and you needed that to get through the place to get all the loot and do the dungeons and stuff, it's now been scaled down to your characters, and it's more accessible to just go through solo and in groups of 2 to 3, which in my opinion is a lot better. And the loot is a lot more scaled to you as well, so you're not going to pick up stuff you don't want, which is also really good, because if you do a really long fight you don't want to get something that's not really worth it in the end. So Craglawn is a much better place to go, so if you've not gone there yet, you can go there solo and you can go there in small groups now. Grouping for dungeons is a lot easier. I will get back onto dungeons in a minute, but I'll just say it's a lot easier for the time being. But basically the loot drops in general for your character is 10 times better than it was in the previous version of this game before the One Tamriel update came out. Like I say, it's always set to your current character, so if you're champion 160 or above, everything is going to scale to you, so you'll pick up champion 160 stuff. If you're level 40, you're going to pick up level 40 stuff, so it's really cool. No matter what group you're in, you're going to get stuff that's scaled to you rather than being the scale of the group, if that makes sense. Different alliances can now play together, so if you're an Ebonheart Pact and you've got friends in the Covenant, you can actually play together throughout the map of Tamriel now without having to have the same alliance to play together, which is awesome. The weapon ultimates are fantastic as well. They're a great addition to the game. There's obviously one for each class. You've got sword and shield, you've got bow, you've got one-handed, two-handed, resto staff and destruction staff ultimates. I personally at the minute use the dual wield ultimate and the destruction staff ultimate. The destruction staff ultimate looks amazing. It's not the most powerful in the game, which is unfortunate, but it is really good at dealing groups of damage, enemies, lots of damage. The two-handed is alright. It lasts for about 8 seconds, and you can deal up to, I think it's 23,000 damage or 10,000 per second. I'm not too sure, but it's also really good. But I will be getting the bow one and trying it out at some point as well. Basically, as well in this, if you go to your character in the inventory section, you can actually now see the rating of equipment bonus, which is also really cool. So if you've made yourself a set of armor, and say for instance you've got 2 sets of light, 2 sets of medium, 2 sets of heavy, and whatever, it will tell you the rating of your overall performance and how much damage you'll be able to accept with the armor you're currently wearing. So it'll give you a rating out of 4 stars or 5 stars. If you're wearing heavy and you've got a load of traits on and it's part of a weapon armor set, you're going to get most likely a 5-star rating. But it gives you sort of a template to go by, so if you're trying to get above 3 or 4 stars to get your thing to 5, then it's a really cool thing to go by. Player controls in general, when you're walking about, feel a lot better. For instance, if you're wearing if your person's wearing a light armor set, you'll notice that the player actions are a bit quicker. If you wear medium armor, you'll feel it's a little bit heavier, and heavy armor, you'll notice you don't run sluggishly or slow down, but you do feel you're wearing heavy armor, which I think is really cool. So like, it does take you a few minutes to turn around and deal damage, but it's actually really cool. Like, they've actually put that in, so the weight of the armor does affect your character. You can now, I'll go into the dungeons a little bit better now. So basically, you now have the chance to do 3 dungeons per day, you know, in a 24-hour period before they reset themselves again. You get 1 normal, 1 veteran. Sorry, you get 2 normal and 2 veteran and a DLC one. And basically, you get much better rewards and the high chance of monster masks when you play the veteran dungeons. If you go to Urgalag Chiefbane, that is purely for the DLC dungeons. If you want to play a load of DLC dungeons like Imperial City Cells or Prison even, or White Gold Tower, then you go to Urgalag Chiefbane. If you want to go back down to Major Regath and play the normal ones, you can. Obviously Glirium the Redbeard does the veteran, and there's another guy called Bolgrul, and he gives you loot quests, which is really cool as well. And it's all stuff you can go back and get keys for. Now the good thing about the keys in this one, if you remember before the update, there were 3 chests for the pledges when you do a dungeon. You can get a bronze, you can get a silver, you can get a gold. That's gone now. Basically, if you play a normal dungeon, you get 1 key. If you play a normal dungeon 2, you get, I think it's still 1 key. If you get veteran, you get 2 keys. But all of those chests, the bronze, silver, and gold, you can open them in whatever order you want. So if you want something from Glirion, but you did Majara Gath pledge, you can still open Glirion's chest. And if you, for instance, play Urglag Chiefbane, you don't have to open her chest. You can go and open Bolgrul's or Glirion the Redbeards or even Majara Gath again. So that's completely up to you how you want to spend your keys after you get them from dungeons, which I think is really cool. And pretty much this update, just in general, is so much better than I thought it was going to be. Like at the beginning of the video, I did say that a lot of people were concerned about how crafting is going to be affected. Nothing's been affected in like a bad way, so it's really good. All of the game has been improved. They've really listened to the community when they put this update out, and they've put in everything that community wanted, like the cross alliance gameplay and dungeons and grouping is much better. Just everything in general is 10 times better. It's well worth the 23 gig update. I mean, yeah, it is a lot of space, but obviously it's 23 gigs, so it's, you know, it's not exactly a small update. There's a lot of stuff in there that is really beneficial to your character now. So if you really didn't like the style of ESO before the update, you're going to love it a lot more now. It's more like playing one of the older Elder Scrolls games where you sort of, like, for instance, Skyrim. The areas aren't locked to certain levels. You can do the areas in whatever order you'd like. So if you want to go to Cold Harbour straight away, which was the last area zone, you can do that straight away. There's no set route for what you can do. You can go and do all the side quests first and then play the main story, or you can play the main story, do the side quests, and do everything else in between. I mean, it's completely up to you how you want to play this game now. There's no rules to what you need to do. The only time you can't cross alliance is when you play PvP. So obviously you can't have someone in the Covenant Pact come over to Ebonheart Pact and help you out. You'll be in separate packs and you'll be fighting each other. But apart from that, it's really good. Obviously they brought in dueling as well, and I saw a lot of people, you'll probably see it in the gameplay in a bit, where some people were dueling in the background and you can see them just going hell to leather on each other like it was PvP, obviously. But dueling you can do anywhere you want. You can do it in PvP and you can do it in normal sort of Tamriel maps as such. You can go to Rift, Cold Harbour, Stonefalls, whatever you want to do. You can go and duel anybody you'd like. And I think that's really cool as well. I don't know if you get any rewards for it. You probably get like an in-game achievement for it, maybe a colour for doing like your first duel or something. But personally, I probably won't be doing it because I'm not a PvP built character at all. But yeah, like I say, this update is fantastic, and a lot of people will fall back in love with this game. Anybody that rated this game at like 2 to 3 stars for some crazy reason before this update, when you go and play it now, your opinion will completely change, and it's absolutely fantastic. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and I will bring out some more videos like this soon, probably some live streams of ESO at some point as well, because I do like playing this game, especially now the update's here. It's going to be so much better to play. So also for live streams, I was going to say for Elder Scrolls, if anybody is on Xbox One and would like to come and join in, most times when I live stream, my gamer tag is in the description below, so you can just add me and come into the game and have some fun, talk, play, whatever. I'm more than happy for you to come and join in. So yeah, hopefully you guys did enjoy this video, and drop some likes, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.